Okay, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to share these comments with you. I think my first response to your question would be that you have to be in it to win it. So assuming a board position is like a raffle draw at the end of the day, if you don't have the ticket, you can't win it. And therefore, if the end result, what we're looking forward to, is for women to be better represented in the boardroom, then we have to be intentional. We have to be intentional both on the part of the women and on the part of boards and management of companies.
Right.
How do women be intentional? How they have to prepare themselves for it. They have to find out the skills needed, the things that would help them get to a boardroom, and develop that in themselves. In terms of trainings they go for, in terms of getting mentors who would advise them and coach them on what to do to get to board. So intentional steps like that as women, finding out what it takes, what they need to do to be able to get to those positions. And then on the part of the board themselves, the boards too have to be intentional. So that means that when they're looking for new board members, they have to widen the pool. They have to make sure that the criteria they are using is such that women are not disadvantaged. Women have a fair share or fair chance of making it to the boardroom.
Yes.
So for me, at the end of the day, I would say things have improved significantly. I think board representation in quoted companies is probably around 30%.
Yes.
And I think that's a significant improvement on where things used to be. So I think if we're intentional about it, take these deliberate steps that I've recommended, then I'm sure that in the years to come, I'm sure that board representation of women will improve significantly. Well, I don't think that's really a gender-based question. Like men too, if your objective is to be on a board, for instance, join CIoD. That's one example of something. You don't have to be whether a woman or a man. Join CIoD so that you can get the kind of training you require, network with directors who have been in the business for a long time, who know what it takes. So these are things that you do deliberately. It's not so much whether a woman now needs to do something special.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say is probably women maybe there are things that maybe they shouldn't do, which could be potential impediments to, for instance, there's no point if you aim to be a board member or aspire to be in a board, then you dress the part. You will be addressed how you dress. So if you dress in a way that attracts attention, not to what you have in your head, but what you are wearing or how you are wearing it, that doesn't help. So that's just an example of the kind of thing they shouldn't do.
They shouldn't do,
if that is what they are aspiring to. First and foremost, I believe I have met women that are just as brilliant, if not more brilliant than a lot of men. So I don't think it's a lack of capability on the part of women. They are just as smart, so it's all about preparing just like any other person would prepare to take on that role. It's been a mixed bag because also there are challenges. Sometimes, for instance, look at the state of security in Nigeria today. You would think twice, for instance, about transferring a woman to an area that requires a lot of traveling, which may take you to some of these insecure areas. So, yes, there are some things that you have to manage, you have to walk around. If you have things that involve late nights and things like that, it doesn't mean you will exclude women from those things completely, just that you have to give it some thought. For instance, if a lady by nature is pregnant and has to go on maternity leave, it's something you have to find a workaround, a way to deal with it. If a woman has young children that she's still nursing, so there are things you have to work around. I'm not saying they are showstoppers, but they're just things that one has to be deliberate about.
Yeah.
For instance, some organizations, they have daycare centers or childcare centers where young mothers can keep their children knowing that they'll be in a safe space while they're working.